First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who is from Middletown and has ever believed in Middletown and that knew that this could be a special place to be. Welcome, and I'm glad to be back home. For the superintendent, for the school board, for the principal, for all those who were responsible for me being here with this day where you appreciate me, I greatly appreciate it. I never, ever expected this type of reception. I've had a lot of good things happen in my life, and this is one of the best. It's truly phenomenal. I'd like to thank Allstate for sponsoring the program, where you could take a piece of the Hall of Fame and put it back into someone's hometown so the people in their hometown would know that when CRIS Carter goes into the Hall of Fame, everyone who ever touched me, everyone who have anything to do with me is going into the Hall of Fame, and also the high school for which I came from will be in the Hall of Fame forever. And you should be proud of that. There's a few individuals that I must thank or introduce you to so that you might know that these people are very, very important in my life. My lovely wife, stand up, sweetie. That's my wife. I've been married to her for 23 years. She's the greatest woman that I've ever met. My daughter, Monterey, next to her, she's a junior at Florida State. She's waving. She's my biggest fan in the world, and she knows I love her to death. I have a lot of friends, other family members that are here. My brother Jeff, his wife, my brother John, my brother Butch. Collectively, I thank you guys for always supporting me, always being there with me at the games, on the road, all the times we had those dinners and those breakfasts, all those mornings I used to get up and walk at 6 in the morning. You guys used to come. No matter what stadium I was at, I always had family there. And when you're playing pro sports, you might think it's the most glamorous life in the world, but without family support, I'm just telling you guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate the sacrifices that you made to be a part of my professional life, and it helped make a difference in my life. Going backwards, Earl Bruce, stand up, my coaching for the Ohio State Buckeyes. I got to tell you, Coach Bruce, I love you to death. You helped convince me to give up playing basketball. You talked about my talent in a way that I hadn't had people talk about it before. You always believed in me. You didn't necessarily believe in throwing the ball, but you believed in throwing it to me. I appreciate how you made me earn everything that I had at Ohio State. And I think that you should know this. When I let you down before my senior year and was not able to play football for the Buckeyes, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me. And I've never had a chance to tell you this, Coach. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I wish I could go over and do it again. And if I could, I would have played my senior year for the Buckeyes. My fate would have been different, and I believe that your fate would have been different. And for that, I am sorry. And thank you for your support, Coach. As you go through life, young people, you have to realize that you need people to believe in you. You might have a dream, but you need people to put fuel in that dream. You need people to put logs on the fire to keep it going. The #1 dreamer in my life was Bill Conley. Stand up, Coach Conley. Now, he was the head coach here for 2 years. And he's the one that got me on the road as far as football to doing something great. He told me I would be playing in the NFL as a wide receiver. He told me that I could be special and I could dominate the field. And the way I utilized my jumping ability and catching ability, that football was my future. He spoke things into my life that no one had ever done. He pushed me. He ran. He made me lift weights. He made me do things. He made me sacrifice. He even threatened one time to kick me off the team. Now, Coach, I know you were lying, but you had us scared, though. You had us scared. You did have me scared. He threatened to kick me off the team one day, for we did something that summer. We'll talk about that later. But Coach, I greatly appreciate it. You do not realize, as a coach and as a mentor, that you speak life into existence in kids. If you're a teacher, if you're an educator, if you're a coach and you're telling the kid he's going to be nothing, there's a greater chance of him being nothing. But if you see something in a young person, you need to encourage it. If he has a gift, you need to cultivate that gift. If he has a light, you need to put a shade over the light so that people might see the light. And I don't know where my life would be if you hadn't installed the principles in me. And no matter where I went, I took the glove of football, the way you guys taught me, the X's and O's and studying film and being prepared and being the best condition. I took what you guys taught me and I ran with it. And I greatly appreciate what you guys have ever done. You two people right here are more responsible with me being in the Pro Football Hall of Fame than any coaches I've ever been involved with. And thank you for coming. Now I have to go with my friends who have been with me since we were 8, 9 years old. Jimmy, Dwight, Doon. Please stand up. Bronny, stand up too. Bron, stand up. Tim. Al, come here. Now collectively, we have been best friends since we were 7 and 8 years old. No matter where I have been in the world, these guys have been able to contact me. No matter what we have gone through, our family and friends, we have still hung in there together. We've had heartaches together, we've had hardships together, but we've also had good times together. Thank you guys for believing in me. It was great growing up with you. It was great dreaming with you. It was great playing with you and competing. And I greatly appreciate everything you guys said about me in my life and the role that you played. You guys always felt like that I was going to do something special. You never held me back. As the kids say, you never hated on my ability. You guys pushed me to the limit, and for that, I will always love you, and I'll always be connected to you, regardless of what people think and what people say. All right? Thank you, man. And now for the real reason I'm here. The real reason why I'm here is for the students, for the 1,700 students that attend Middletown High School, for the 1,700 students that I believe that each and every one of you, God put a dream inside of you. Now it's up to you to make sure that that dream comes out, because regardless of what your circumstances are, excuse me, please don't be talking. Regardless of what your circumstances are, there are no excuses allowed. I don't care if your mama's raising you. I don't care if you're living with your granny. I don't care if you got 8, 9 siblings. I don't care if you live up on the hill, on the other side of the tracks, or in the projects. There are no excuses. God put a dream inside of you. It's up to you to get that dream out. Now, for me, I was very fortunate. I had people who helped cultivate my dream. But at the end of the day, I'm responsible for it. So I issue a challenge to you as Middletown High School students. Today, tonight, write down what you want to be. Write it down on a piece of paper. Because when I was 12 years old, I had a guy. This guy, he asked me, what do you want to be? And I wrote it down. I said, I want to be a professional athlete. And I did everything I could in pursuit to be a professional athlete. So whatever your dream is, whatever God has put in your heart, you need to write it down. And then it's easy to stay on course. Don't tell me you don't know what you want to do. Don't tell me you don't know where you're going. I get so tired of talking to high school students. I ask them, hey, what are you going to do? Don't know. Well, where are you going? I don't know where I'm going. Well, let me tell you something. This is a fact. If you don't know where you're going, what you do every day don't matter because you ain't going nowhere anyway. But when you wake up in the morning and people see that you might be going someplace, my buddies would tell you, I always told them I was going to be famous. I always told them I was going to make a lot of money. We used to drive around the neighborhood out here, and I was from the projects. And I used to tell them what kind of house I was going to live in. You have to dream because people won't let you dream. But at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own dream. You are responsible. But if you don't believe in it enough to write it down, it's not a big enough dream for you to have. Whatever your dream is, write it down. And then every day you need to be in pursuit of opportunities to have excuses. I had plenty of opportunities to say, you know something, maybe that dream is not meant to be true. But I stand here today receiving my plaque as a hometown hero from the Pro Football Hall of Fame and part of the All-State program. And I'm going to let you know that dreams do come true. So regardless of what your dream might be, it might be a doctor, it might be an MBA, it might be NFL, it doesn't matter. You are responsible for your dream. Believe in your dream enough that you're willing to write it down. Because I want my kids to come back here, and I want my kids' kids to come back here and have other people be presented with plaques of recognition for the things that they've done. Because I'm going to tell you, Middletown, we used to be known for something. Now, young people, it's up to you to leave your mark because we used to be known for something. But it's up to you to leave your legacy. And what will Middletown be known for when you leave here? So don't be afraid. Write down your dream. You got plenty of support here. There are no excuses. No excuses. And then to close, I have to tell you, I've done a lot of great things in my life. I've been given a lot in my life. But this day here today at Middletown High School is one of the greatest days of my life.